If you're planning to hit the road in Ireland, I want to answer one of the most common questions I get. Will your driver's license work, or do you need an international driving permit? The answer depends on where you're from, and I'm going to break it down so you know exactly what you need before you travel. Welcome to another Traveling in Ireland Quick Tips episode, where I share one piece of advice to help you make the most of your Ireland vacation. I'm Jody Halsted, Ireland travel advisor and host of the Traveling in Ireland podcast. So, who can drive in Ireland with their home license? Visitors from the US, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and the UK can legally drive in Ireland with their valid driver's license. In order to use your home license, it must be written in English or have an English translation, and you can drive for the entirety of your legal visa visit, or up to 12 months, depending on where you're from, as a visitor with no special permit required. The license must be in your name, not the name of a spouse or a friend. So it has to be your driver's license. You can't drive on somebody else's license. You want to make sure that you bring a physical copy of your license. Digital versions or photocopies are not going to be accepted. So if your license is going to expire like right before your trip, make sure you give yourself enough time to go in, get it renewed, and get that hard copy before you go. Now, when might you need an international driving permit, or an IDP? If your license isn't in English, you're going to need that IDP to accompany it. Now, it's important to remember that an IDP is not a replacement for your license. You have to actually bring both. So you would bring your license that is in a different language, as well as that international driving permit. You'd have to have both. Some smaller rental agencies or rural police stations, if you're pulled over, may ask for an IDP if your home license uses a different alphabet than the regular English alphabet. And the EU and the EEA, or the European Economic Area license holders, do not need an international driving permit. So if you are coming from the EU or the EEA, you do not need to worry about an international permit. In North America, you can apply for an international driving permit through AAA or the AATA, which is the American Automotive Touring Alliance. Both of those can supply an international driving permit for you. It takes only a few minutes and it's really inexpensive. Those are valid for 1 year and they are recognized internationally. You do want to avoid those online instant IDP sites. So many of those charge, just exorbitant amounts, and they're usually scams. So just find out where you can get one locally and do it that way. So what is it that the car rental companies are looking for when they look at your driver's license? Really, all they care about is that it is valid and they can read it. That's it. As long as it is clear, it is not cracked, it is not broken, it is not somehow smudged or anything. As long as it's clear and they can read it, that's what they're looking for. They're not necessarily looking at the country of issue. They just want to make sure that it's valid and it's you. The biggest issues arise when the license is expired or when the name doesn't match the credit card used for booking. As I mentioned in the Booking Your Rental Car episode, the car must be booked in the name of the primary driver, and the credit card has to match that. And so the driver's license also has to match that. So make sure everything has the same name on it. And don't forget, if your license is set to expire soon, give yourself time to have it renewed and get that solid copy in hand before you travel. And that's really all you need to know about your driver's license and an international permit for Ireland. For most visitors, your home license is all you need, no extra paperwork required. In the next episode, I'm going to look at what happens if your travels take you beyond the Republic, driving the rental car into Northern Ireland or even taking it into Scotland. I'm going to explain what's allowed, what's not, and how to keep your rental agreement valid no matter where you roam. Thanks so much for joining me. Slán for now.